Okay, we're going to talk about troubleshooting LIN Bus actuators. So we have up to 4 LIN Bus actuators on 250 series combines. You'd have the pre-sieve, the cage vane actuator, the rotor discharge deflector, and where I'm at right here, which is going to be the folding tube actuator. Now, model year 18 240s had this folding tube actuator as well, but now we've picked up 3 more on the 250 series machines. Now remember, on a LIN bus, you've only got 3 wires that are going to complete the circuit. So in this particular case here, I've got a red, a yellow, and a black. So the red wire is going to be my power wire, the yellow wire is going to be my LIN communication wire, and the black wire is going to be ground. So when you have LIN issues, one of the first things you want to make sure of is my actuator getting power and ground? And certainly all we'd have to do is just do a voltage check right here between the power and the ground and check to make sure that we are indeed powering the actuator. Remember that the actuator is responding to the master, in this case a UCM, asking it information, and they're communicating back and forth. So if the actuator doesn't have any power, it cannot communicate back. The other thing you need is you need a complete circuit on the LIN wire, so from this plug all the way back to the UCM. And you could check it with voltage if you wish, or you could do continuity checks between here and there and make sure that at every connector we had a complete circuit. Now, the other thing we can do to test LIN actuators is we can use a test harness. So in order to do that, I've got to break into the circuit here. So I break open the circuit, and then I take my test harness and I attach it. So I'm going to put it in line here. And when I put my test harness in here, what that's going to do is that's going to give me a toggle switch. And what the toggle switch will do is it will command the LIN actuator to either extend or retract. Now, you are not taking power and putting it directly to the motor. You are taking a signal and sending it to the LIN actuator, asking it or commanding it to go in or out. So it does take a second for it to react. And depending on which way you want to go, I was going the wrong way. And so now when I let up on it, I can stop it. So this one is battery power, so I don't need the key on. Some of them may be battery power, some of them may be keyed power. Just look on the schematic and you'll figure that out. Or if you got an orange wire here, you'd probably have keyed power. But you want to make sure that you'd have power to your plug. And then you're going to hold your, and then you're going to know that that one works for sure. So that's how you're going to test it to make sure that electrically it's working, is with your test harness. And then if all else fails and you need to get the customer going somehow, 3 of these have a manual override. So on the base end of the actuators here, you'll find this sticker. And this will show up on the discharge deflector, this will show up on the cage vane actuator, and it's showing up here on the folding tube actuators. And if I take the sticker off, then I'm going to find an Allen hex underneath there, and I can put an Allen wrench in there, and I can physically turn it, and that will extend or retract the actuator and allow me to put it in a position that the operator can keep going. Okay, so that's troubleshooting your LIN Bus actuators and the use of the special harness in order to command an actuator to see if it's capable of moving.